Stillwater, Oklahoma. A seemingly ordinary town nestled in the heart of the state. Home to Oklahoma State University, it's a vibrant college town where quiet nights are generally the norm, filled with the promise of dreams and futures. But on October 22, 2016, that sense of peace and tranquility shattered, leaving a community in shock. Emily Roston, a bright and ambitious 21-year-old senior at Oklahoma State, full of life and potential, was last seen leaving the university library late that evening, her silhouette disappearing into the night. She drove home, the familiar route a comfort in the darkness. She parked her car beneath the flickering glow of a broken streetlight, an ominous sign in retrospect. Back at their apartment, her roommate Jenna waited for Emily's usual familiar knock on the door, but that knock, the one that signaled Emily's safe return, never came. Midnight passed, the silence in the apartment growing heavier with each tick of the clock. Then, Jenna's phone buzzed, breaking the silence with an unsettling message. A chilling text message flashed across the screen. "He's outside." Just 2 words, seemingly simple, but they were 2 words that changed everything in an instant. That night, Emily vanished without a trace, and the peaceful facade of Stillwater was irrevocably lost, replaced by fear and uncertainty. Security cameras captured Emily leaving the library late that night at 11:23 p.m. The air was crisp, a typical cold October evening. She walked briskly, her pace quickening as she made her way down the dimly lit street. She glanced nervously over her shoulder, a sense of unease washing over her before finally getting into her car and driving home. Once inside the car, she texted Jenna a quick message, simply stating, "On my way." 10 minutes later, her car arrived at her house, pulling into the driveway. But instead of going inside, Emily stayed inside the car, a dark silhouette against the night, staring intently into the darkness. At 12:04 a.m., Jenna replied to Emily's earlier text, "Here," but there was no answer from Emily. Just 3 minutes later, at 12:07 a.m., Emily sent her final, chilling message to Jenna, "He's outside." Immediately, Jenna called Emily back, but there was no response. The call went straight to voicemail. Alarmed, Jenna stepped outside her house, peering into the night, trying to see if she could spot Emily. Emily's car sat empty in the driveway, an eerie silence surrounding it. The driver's door was ajar, and her phone had been left behind on the passenger seat. By morning, Emily was gone without a trace, vanished into thin air. The small town awoke to a palpable sense of fear and a barrage of unanswered questions, a community gripped by uncertainty. The local police department responded rapidly, arriving on the scene within minutes. They immediately cordoned off the area around the car with yellow tape, securing the perimeter. Investigators meticulously searched the immediate vicinity, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, hoping to find any trace of what had occurred. The police canvassed the neighborhood, speaking to residents, but neighbors reported seeing nothing unusual, except for the persistent barking of a dog somewhere in the distance, a sound that only amplified the unsettling silence. A forensic examination of Emily's phone revealed a series of disturbing text messages originating from an untraceable burner number. The messages were chilling. "Are you alone? Look outside, I see you." A partial fingerprint recovered from the car door handle offered a glimmer of hope, but ultimately led nowhere, failing to match any known individuals in the system. Detectives interviewed Emily's close circle of friends, her classmates, and even a former boyfriend, but each one had a verifiable alibi, seemingly eliminating them from suspicion. One online stalker, who had been sending Emily threatening messages, was quickly cleared after security footage placed him miles away at the time of the incident. As the investigation stalled, Jenna, Emily's roommate, stumbled upon a disturbing document hidden deep within Emily's closet, a file titled, "If I Go Missing." Inside were lists of passwords, bank details, and a chilling handwritten letter that read, "If something happens to me, it's because I was being watched." Armed with this new information, police pressed harder, re-interviewing witnesses and pursuing new leads, but still, nothing broke. The town's sense of safety began to unravel, replaced by a gnawing unease. Shadows seemed to grow longer and more menacing. Every unexpected knock on the door felt like a potential threat. Stillwater was on edge, gripped by fear and suspicion. The mystery surrounding Emily's disappearance only deepened, casting a long, dark shadow over the entire community. Weeks later, an anonymous tip. "Check the quarry." Police searched the abandoned site and found Emily's blue sweater. In the sleeve, a note. "He's still outside. No blood, no sign of Emily." Cadaver dogs found nothing. The message haunted investigators. The case grew darker, the town more fearful. 6 months later, Allison Greer vanished after midnight. Same street, same routine, same fear. Her roommate received the same text at 7 a.m. He's outside. Police found Allison's car empty, door ajar, phone and bag left behind. 2 women, 2 disappearances, 2 chilling messages. The FBI joined the search but found no connection beyond the texts. Panic spread. Women traveled in groups, doors were double locked. Stillwater became a town of whispers and fear. Answers remained elusive. Rumors swirled. Serial predator, copycat, or something else. The FBI's theories led nowhere. Emily's "If I Go Missing" document became infamous. The quarry turned into a memorial. The case remains unsolved. Emily and Allison, vanished whispers. Only one clue endures. He's outside. The investigation files, once sealed, have since revealed haunting details. In the weeks after Emily's disappearance, detectives combed through every lead, desperate for answers. The first statement came from Emily's roommate, Jenna. Her voice, trembling, echoes in the transcript. "I heard Emily come in late, around midnight. She was on the phone, whispering. I thought nothing of it. But then, I heard the front door creak open, and she never came back." A neighbor, Mrs. Larkin, recalled a chilling detail. "There was this banging sound like someone struggling. I looked out my window but saw only shadows. Then, footsteps fading away." Detective Alvarez, lead on the case, described the scene. "We found a muddy footprint by the back door, too large to be Emily's. Next to it, a torn piece of red fabric snagged on the fence. Forensics couldn't match it to any clothing Emily owned." But the most unsettling evidence came days later. A voicemail left on Jenna's phone, time-stamped at 12:41 a.m. The evidence raises more questions than answers. Who left the footprint? Whose fabric was caught on the fence? And what did Emily see before she vanished into the night? As the investigation deepened, the community's sense of safety unraveled. Every new detail brought them closer to the truth, and deeper into the unknown. Just when the trail seemed to have gone cold, a startling revelation surfaced, one that would upend everything investigators thought they knew. Nearly 3 months after Emily's disappearance, a local business owner came forward with grainy security footage from the night in question. The timestamp 1:13 a.m., over half an hour after Emily was last heard from. The footage is blurry, distorted by rain, but unmistakable. A young woman, matching Emily's build and wearing a coat similar to hers, appears on screen. She moves quickly, glancing over her shoulder before vanishing into the shadows at the edge of the frame. The location? 2 blocks from Emily's apartment, heading in the opposite direction of where police had searched. Detectives re-examined the evidence. The muddy footprint, the torn red fabric, the chilling voicemail. Could these clues have been red herrings, or was there more to Emily's story than anyone realized? Some experts suggest the woman in the video could be Emily, disoriented and on the run. Others believe it's an imposter, deliberately misleading the investigation. To this day, the footage remains inconclusive. For every question answered, 2 more emerge. Was Emily truly seen alive after that night, or is this just another cruel twist in a case full of dead ends? The truth slips further away with every passing year, leaving family, friends, and viewers alike haunted by the same question: what really happened to Emily? As the shocking footage reignites public interest, the investigation is officially reopened. With it, new witness statements begin to surface, each one a fragile thread in the tangled web of Emily's disappearance. Emily's mother: We just want to know what happened to our daughter. If someone saw something that night, please come forward. Emily's father: Every day without answers is a new kind of pain. Seeing that footage, wondering if it's her, brings all the questions back. We won't stop searching. Neighbor: I heard footsteps around 1:30, fast, almost running. When I looked out, I saw someone in a dark hoodie standing under the streetlight. They paused like they were waiting for someone, or hiding. Security guard: That night we had a report of doors propped open on the east side of the dorms. I didn't see Emily, but someone matching her description was in the area, moving quickly, head down. I tried to follow, but she, or whoever it was, disappeared between the buildings. These new accounts breathe fresh urgency into the case. Each memory, each sighting is another piece of a puzzle that refuses to be solved. For Emily's family, the hope for answers endures, even as the truth remains just out of reach. And for investigators, these leads spark a renewed determination. Somewhere in the shadows of that October night lies the key to what really happened to Emily. As the investigation gains new momentum, a critical piece of overlooked evidence emerges from the depths of the cold case files. Police transcripts reveal a voicemail, left by Emily herself, on the night she vanished. Alongside it, a forensic report details a mysterious set of tire tracks discovered near the old quarry, just hours after Emily disappeared. Hey, I think someone's following me. I'm not sure, but if you get this, just call me back, okay? Please. We missed this voicemail in the initial chaos. The timestamp puts Emily near the quarry at 1:17 a.m., just minutes before she was reported missing. These tire impressions don't match any vehicles registered to students or staff. The depth and spacing suggest a heavy-duty pickup, likely older, with worn treads. The discovery of the voicemail and tire tracks reframes the investigation. What was Emily doing at the quarry? Who was driving the unidentified vehicle? And perhaps most hauntingly, did someone intercept her that night? This changes everything. We have a new timeline, a new location, and possibly a new suspect. As investigators piece together these fresh clues, the hope for answers is rekindled. But in the shadows beyond the quarry, the truth about Emily's fate remains as elusive as ever. On a chilly November evening, Jenna sits hunched over Emily's old laptop, the blue glow of the screen painting her face with worry. She clicks through familiar folders, until one, hidden deep within the system, catches her eye. It's labeled only with a single underscore. Inside, Jenna discovers a series of cryptic diary entries, scrawled in a shaky font. The words pulse on the screen. I feel like someone's watching me. Every night, the same black truck parked down the street. I don't know who to trust anymore. As Jenna scrolls, the entries grow more frantic. They know where I go. They know who I talk to. If anything happens to me, check the quarry. Then, a video file. Jenna's hand trembles as she double-clicks. The footage is grainy, the camera angled awkwardly as Emily speaks in a whisper, eyes darting to the door. If you're watching this, it means I was right. I tried to tell people, but no one believed me. I think someone's after me. Please, don't let them get away with it. The video ends with Emily's face frozen in fear, her voice echoing in Jenna's mind. These revelations paint a chilling picture of Emily's final days, a young woman haunted by threats no one else could see. Jenna realizes the truth may have always been hidden in plain sight, locked away in Emily's desperate attempts to be heard. The investigation is no longer just about what happened that night, it's about understanding the fear that consumed Emily, and the secrets she tried so hard to leave behind. The cold, sterile glow of the interrogation room casts harsh shadows across Tyler Briggs's face. He sits rigid, hands clasped tightly, as detectives slide a manila folder across the table. Inside call logs, texts, and a photo of the burner phone, recently traced back to him. Tyler's nervous glances in the present, intercut with flashbacks, Tyler and Emily laughing at work, a blurry black truck parked outside, a gloved hand sending late-night texts. Detective Ramirez's voice cuts through the silence. Tyler, we know this phone was used to contact Emily. Your prints are all over it. Why did you hide it? I didn't hide anything. I found that phone in the break room. I swear I thought it was lost. There are messages to Emily, warnings, threats. Tyler, what aren't you telling us? Tyler's composure cracks. He wipes his eyes, voice breaking. I tried to warn her. I saw that truck too. Someone was following her and then me. I panicked. I thought if I kept quiet I'd be safe, but I never hurt Emily. I would never... Detectives exchanging tense glances, evidence overlays flickering. Text threads, GPS pings near the quarry, Tyler's alibi. He's hiding something, but is it guilt or fear? He's scared, but that doesn't make him innocent. As Tyler breaks down, the room fills with uncertainty. Is he a frightened witness, or something far more dangerous? The detectives are left to debate. With every answer, the case only grows more tangled. The camera lingers on Tyler's tear-streaked face, the evidence folder left open, and the haunting image of the black truck reflected in the interrogation room's one-way mirror. The courtroom is hushed, sunlight filtering through tall windows as the final chapter unfolds. Jenna sits beside Emily's family, hands trembling as the judge reads the verdict. On the screen, digital forensics experts walk the jury through a web of deleted files and GPS trails. Every breadcrumb leads not to Tyler, but to a name no one expected. Mark Reynolds, the night shift manager. A confession letter appears, handwritten and trembling. Mark's voice, read aloud, breaks the silence. I never meant for things to go so far. I was scared, and I made terrible choices. The words echo as Mark is led away, his face hidden. In the gallery, tears flow, relief, sorrow, and the ache of justice long delayed. Outside, Jenna and Emily's mother embrace, surrounded by friends and neighbors. Candles flicker at a community vigil, faces illuminated by hope and remembrance. The camera pans over Stillwater as the first rays of sunrise pierce the horizon, painting the town in gold. Emily's diary closes, her words lingering. Even in the darkest night, someone will remember the light you left behind. Stillwater breathes again. The case is closed, but Emily's spirit endures, in every memory, every sunrise, and every heart that loved her. Years have passed since Emily's case was closed, her memory woven into the fabric of Stillwater. The town, once fractured by tragedy, has stitched itself together, at least on the surface. But one quiet evening, the piece is shattered by a single phone call. A retired postal worker, haunted by guilt, steps forward with a weathered envelope, one he'd found misplaced in an old sorting bin, never delivered, never opened. Inside, a photograph, date-stamped the night Emily vanished, and a cryptic note written in hurried script. News spreads like wildfire. Cameras flash as detectives return to the vanished girl's case file. Emily's mother, her hair streaked with new gray, clutches the photograph to her chest. Jenna, now older and wearier, revisits the ache she thought she'd finally buried. Neighbors whisper over fences, some hope for long-awaited closure, others fear old wounds will bleed anew. In candlelit vigils, prayers are whispered for truth, whatever it may be. For the first time in years, the evidence board in the Stillwater precinct lights up with possibility. The town holds its breath, caught between renewed hope and the terror of what may surface. As the camera lingers on the photograph, Emily's eyes gaze out, beckoning, questioning, refusing to be forgotten. The past is not done with Stillwater, and neither is Emily's story. The town of Stillwater is restless. Headlines blare Emily's name once more, but this time it's not the police at the center of the storm, it's an investigative journalist, Harper Lane, whose relentless pursuit of the truth is about to unravel everything. Harper, known for her dogged determination, pores over the case files in her cramped office, walls covered in timeline's red string and faded newsprint. She studies the newly discovered photograph, her sharp eyes catching a reflection in a window, something the police missed years ago. She matches the reflection to a local landmark, the old water tower, and begins to piece together a trail of overlooked clues receipts from a gas station the night Emily vanished, a series of anonymous tips dismissed as pranks, and a pattern of late-night calls to an unlisted number. As Harper digs deeper, suspicion falls on someone never truly in the spotlight, a beloved high school teacher, Mr. Whitaker, who mentored Emily and organized the search parties. A pillar of the community, his alibi had always been airtight. But Harper uncovers evidence: a second cell phone hidden in his desk, a set of keys to a remote cabin, and a cryptic voicemail from the night Emily disappeared. The confrontation is inevitable. Harper finds Mr. Whitaker alone at the old water tower, the place where Emily's photograph was taken. Her voice trembles as she reveals what she's found, her camera recording every word. Mr. Whitaker's calm facade cracks, his eyes fill with regret and fear. He pleads innocence but falters under Harper's relentless questions. The news spreads fast. Emily's mother collapses in grief and disbelief. Jenna is consumed by anger, betrayed by someone she once trusted. The town spirals into chaos, some defend Mr. Whitaker, others demand justice. Candlelit vigils transform into tense gatherings, the community divided once again. As police sirens pierce the night, Harper stands at the center of the storm. Her investigation has unearthed painful truths, but the real story is far from over. The past and present collide, and for the people of Stillwater, the line between hero and villain has never been so blurred. The screen fades to black, then flickers with home video footage. It's about who she was, and the shadows she tried so hard to escape. The screen fades into a sea of flickering candlelight. The town gathers in the autumn dusk, faces illuminated by soft flames, hands trembling as they hold photos, flowers, and quiet prayers. Emily's name is whispered through the crowd, sometimes in sorrow, sometimes in anger, always in longing. A montage unfolds. Jenna placing a single white rose beneath the old water tower. Emily's mother clutching her daughter's diary, her tears silent but endless. Mr. Whitaker standing apart, eyes shadowed, words unspoken. As the memorial grows, so do the questions. The camera lingers on the missing posters, now weathered and torn. In the background, the sheriff speaks to a reporter, frustration edging his voice. "We're still searching, we won't give up." But behind him, townsfolk exchange uneasy glances, rumors still swirl, and trust is in short supply. Suddenly, a hush ripples through the crowd. A young boy, no more than 10, approaches the edge of the memorial, holding something in his hands, a cracked cell phone, caked with mud. He says he found it by the quarry, just this morning. The sheriff takes the phone, his hands shaking. As he turns it over, the screen flickers to life, just for a moment. A blurred video plays, Emily's voice, faint but urgent. "If you're watching this, please." The video cuts off, glitching into static. The crowd is silent, breathless. The screen fades to black, leaving only the sound of distant wind and unanswered questions. The story ends, but the mystery lives on. In the heart of the town, Emily's memory burns brighter than ever, her secrets casting shadows that may never fully fade. Text on screens, some stories never end. As autumn slips quietly into winter, the town refuses to let Emily's story fade into darkness. In the weeks that follow the vigil, neighbors come together in unexpected ways, organizing search parties, supporting Emily's family, and holding each other a little closer. The cracked cell phone becomes a symbol of hope, passed reverently between investigators and volunteers, its mysteries fueling a new determination. Clips show the local school painting a mural in Emily's honor, the brushstrokes bright and defiant against gray walls. In the church basement, townsfolk gather to share stories, not just about Emily but about courage, fear, and the bonds that hold them together. The sheriff, once hardened by frustration, now leads with empathy, his voice steadier as he addresses the community. "We may not have all the answers, but we have each other, and we have hope." As the first snow falls, candles are lit once more, this time in windows throughout the town, casting a warm glow against the night. The camera drifts past these silent beacons, settling on Emily's mother at her window, diary in hand, her face illuminated by gentle light. She closes her eyes, whispering a promise to her daughter, "We won't stop searching, we won't forget." Though the quarry remains silent, and the questions linger, something has shifted. The town stands united, changed by loss but also by love. In the end, Emily's story is not just one of sorrow but of a community's resilience, and the enduring light that can rise even from the deepest shadows. As dawn breaks over Stillwater, the town awakens not just to a new day, but to a new sense of hope. The pain of loss lingers, but so does the strength of memory. Emily's family and friends gather in the park, sharing stories, laughter, and tears. In their hearts, Emily lives on, not as a victim, but as a beacon of love and courage. Jenna places a single white flower at Emily's memorial, her smile shining through tears. She whispers, "Thank you for teaching us to be brave." Candles flicker across Stillwater, each flame a promise, to remember, to protect, and to cherish every life. The town, once fractured, is now united by compassion and resolve. Emily's diary closes one last time, her words linger. "Even in the darkest night, love endures. My story is not just about loss, but about the light we leave behind." And so, Stillwater moves forward, forever changed, forever remembering.